What's up everyone, DK here. Join me today as I go and sample this Korean restaurant that has been around for over 18 years and makes everything from scratch. And yes, they do make their own kimchi. Let's eat.
My name is Sean, and this is my mother Yoon, and our family owns Chosunok Restaurant in Thornhill. It began with 26 seats, and since then we've gone through 2 expansion renovations, and now we can accommodate up to 100 customers.
I have been here is 18 years. I try best way. I think it's good dishes, it's good food. I like walk. I like walk. My mind is always how to make a good one, good food.
All the items here are created by my mother, and she learned it from her mother, and so I guess it is generational. It's a food that I grew up eating, and yeah, it's been really good. So our restaurant became popular through our cold noodles. It originated in the northern side of Korea, where basically it was more of a winter dish because back then they didn't have any refrigerator, so the only way to keep it cold was winter. Over time, as we got refrigerators and coolers and stuff like that, it became more of a well-known dish throughout the year. Our cold noodles differentiate from other cold noodles because we make our broth in-house. Our spicy sauces that we put on top of it are made in-house. And our cold noodles usually takes about 6 hours to make. We have to cool it down and we put it into our giant slush machine. And that process itself takes about 10 hours to turn it from liquid form to a slush.
So when you talk about Chosunok, you are most definitely talking about their naengmyeon, which are the cold noodles. Now these are essentially an oddly paradoxical winter dish. There's 2 kinds here. There's the one that is with a slush broth. And when I say slush, I mean slush. You can take a look at this. And then you have the one that's good for mixing. However, both of them are made with arrowroot noodles, and they're all really, really delicious. And these are the defining characteristics of Chosunok. So let's try it out. The flavor really comes from this broth. There is spice with a little bit of sweetness and a savoriness. The ice, some people might take it straight up, but I usually try to dilute it because I don't want my broth to be overly cold. This is the one that doesn't have the broth, so the flavor is gonna stick to the noodles themselves. Let's try it out. The flavors are a bit similar. The dry one definitely is a bit punchier. It's because there's no dilution from the broth. The broth itself is very delicious for those who feel like more of a hearty, a bigger bowl. But for those who want to get straight into the action, get straight into the flavor, I definitely would recommend the cold noodles. That is the mixed dry type.
We also have our soups that are popular in the wintertime, and our katsus, which is chicken and pork cutlets. And my personal favorite is a kimchi-jjim, which is aged kimchi braised together with the pork belly, and we braise it for about 4.5 to 5 hours. What we decided to do was basically make the kimchi at the facility, supply it to the restaurant, and basically we can also retail it because a lot of customers wanted to buy the kimchi after they ate it. So being at the facility, we were able to make a lot of different kinds of kimchi. We have our ponytail radish kimchi, we have our whole cabbage kimchi, which is the traditional one. We have our pre-cut Napa cabbage kimchi, which is called mat kimchi. And we also have our 물 kimchi, which is our white, not spicy kimchi. One of the coolest things to see was how the popularity of our restaurant extended beyond the GTA. We have customers coming from Michigan, upstate New York, like cities like Rochester, Syracuse, and Buffalo, and we have customers coming from Montreal, Ottawa, Vancouver, Calgary, who always make it a priority to come here when they visit the city. And some of them even tell us that they come to the city just to eat at the restaurant. I don't know if that's true or not, but that makes us feel good. It's one of the coolest things to see, and it's definitely a compliment for sure.